So in this video, I'm going to be explaining to you guys how trading changed my life. So I'm literally going to start literally from zero, from the beginning. So I can give you guys like a good picture of how it changed my life. So when I was in high school, it was my last year of high school. And I remember everybody was getting these internships because now we're heading to college and you need internships and all this stuff. And all of my friends got internships except me. And so I was pretty worried. So I called I went onto Google and I called this random guy, like this random accounting firm. I was like, hey, I need a job. I need an internship. Can you give it to me? And it was the first person I called. He was like, okay, come to my office today at 3 and then we'll see. I was like, okay. So then at 3 p.m. after school, I went to his office and I was like, hey, I'm here for the interview. And then I gave him a lousy interview. He was asking me these big picture questions. Why do you want to be an accountant? And I was like, I love numbers. I was lying. But eventually I got the job somehow. And I would go there, I think it was like Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. And I'd sort papers. This was literally me. I'm not a woman, but this was me. I was here, and I was doing some of his work. So I was like piling numbers onto Excel and onto the paper, and it was so awful. And then I had to like sort these things out in the back as well, and it was horrible. I hated that job. And I was getting paid not even minimum wage, it was below minimum wage. I was getting paid just nothing pretty much. So I did that for a month and I saved up a little bit of money, and after that I quit because I hated it so much. So I stopped doing that, and the next job I had was a bit after a month. So my friend was doing a job that he got at a summer camp, and he was like, bro, come here, bro. There's so many girls, bro. You're gonna make so much money. I was like, okay, sign me up. So my next job was a summer camp assistant. So I was like this guy. It was me and my friend. We both sit here. We both stand up and we'd be like, hey guys. It would just be a bunch of kids. Hey guys, today we're gonna be playing tag. So who wants to be the guy? And then we just like helped them play games. That was my job. The good thing about this job was I get paid a lot more and it was a lot more fun. But there was no girls. He was lying about that part. But anyway, so I was this guy and I was helping these people, and it was super cool. I was meeting these rich people. It was actually really nice. It was a good job. And I was getting paid not minimum wage, above minimum wage. So I was saving a little bit of money. And I did this job for maybe 4 months. So when school ended, I had to move for college, and then I stopped doing this job. But I remember saving up so much money from this job and the one before. And I was like, I need to put this money to work. Like, what do I do? So I did what any sane person would do. I went to the internet and I searched up how to make money. And there's so many articles and all this crap about, invest in stocks and all this stuff. I was like, invest in stocks. Okay, let me invest in stocks. So I remember this day. This was almost the summer. This stock, TOP, Top Financial Group Limited, whatever. I remember I was looking at the top gainers of this day, and I remember this stock went from $4 all the way to $2.50 in one day. And my mind was blown. I was like, what the hell? Like, if I invested $4, I would have $2.50. What if I invested $1,000? I would be like a millionaire. So I was like, you know what? I'm gonna take all the money that I saved from these two jobs, and I'm gonna put it in to the stock market, and I'm gonna become a millionaire. So I was like, you know what? Let's do it. So I searched for some strategies and all this other stuff, and I was like, let's put my money into it. So I saved up around about, I think it was $2,000 or $3,000 at the time. I think it was about $3,000 at the time that I saved up, and I put all the money into just one random stock. I don't even remember what stock it was, but I remember I traded it the next day. So this happened on the 4th, and I can remember this. I traded on the 5th. I can remember this like clearly. So anyway, so that was my first stock, and I remember I made $506 in one day. But it was such a big deal for me because I was like, wow, if I can make $506 every single day, and I can times that by 30, I'm gonna be a millionaire in no time. So I was making so much money for my age, and I was so happy because getting 506, it would take me like a month to earn at my normal jobs. So the fact that I just made it in a day, I was so happy. I was like, what the hell? I've discovered a secret glitch. Like, this is amazing. Then the next day, I got too overconfident and I lost it all. I lost all of it. Not only did I lose the money that I made, so the 506, I literally lost the money that I'd saved up from these jobs. I lost it all, bro. I lost all of it, bro, in one day. So my jobs that I worked hard for, the money that I made the day before, I lost all of it in a single day. And you don't even understand how depressed I was. I was so sad. I was actually so sad because I thought I found like a money glitch, and there we have it. So then I was like, you know what? This is just God testing me about how much I want this thing. And I'm gonna try harder. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do that. So I searched up, okay, best stock book. What is the best stock book to learn stocks? And the one that came up was the Intelligent Investor. And I was like, you know what? I want to be an intelligent investor. Let me read this book. I read it. It was absolutely useless because it's not even about day trading. It's about something else. So I read this book. It was horrible. I hated it, and I just wasted my time. I was like, God damn it, man. So I stopped reading this, and I was like, I just need to lock in. I just need to lock myself in my room and just study, find a strategy that works, and then we'll try it again. And so then I cried. Not really. I got pretty tired, and I would just spend all my time in front of the computer. I was like super dedicated to this. I was like, if this works, we're through, bro. We're out of the matrix. We did it. And then I came back with a new strategy. I back tested that it worked, and I was like, let's try it again. And a month later, I made $11,000 in a single month with this new strategy. And bro, I was so fucking happy. I can't even explain it to you. Because this amount of money would probably take me more than a year to make with all my other jobs. So the fact that I could make it in a single month was such a big deal to me. And this money, I should have just reinvested it. I'd be way richer right now. But instead of just reinvesting it, I spent it on dumb stuff. I spent it on a watch. I even bought a car, and I moved out of my parents' house. Because now I was making about 10K a month. Like I could really make a living out of this. So I moved out of my parents' house. I bought a car. I bought a watch, and I was like, I'm a king. And luckily, it did work out for me. But if it didn't work out for me, I'd be literally on the streets right now. That happened. This was one day. This was 1 month. Next month, 51,000. So it was growing exponentially. It was crazy. I was making so much money, and it was just fantastic, and it literally changed my life. Like, I don't even know how to explain it to you. It's actually amazing. And this is just another picture. The point I'm trying to say is, if you have a skill that you really think that you're good at, you should double down on it. Don't, like, if you're making money one single way, don't think you should find another way. Just double down on that skill. And that's exactly what I did. Like, trading worked for me. We saw that in the beginning where I made 506, and I was like, wow, this works. And I just doubled down on it. I just made more and more. And like, you can make so much money with trading. It's absolutely crazy, especially if you have a little bit of just, desire or drive. You can really make a lot of money, and you can literally just make a living out of this, bro. You can change your life. I mean, after I made $11,000, I moved out of my parents' house, and I bought a car and everything. It was crazy, and it can affect your life the same way and even better. So that's just I just want to share a story of how trading changed my life truly, and how thankful I am. But yeah, it's kind of it. The moral of the video is just look into trading, because it can actually be really profitable. Anyway, see you guys. That's all I have to say. See you guys.